Hi, and welcome to Enzo Science. Today I'll be showing you the if statement in Python. Okay, so I just opened up PyCharm and made a new file, and I'm going to be showing you the if statement. So the if statement is essentially a question asking the program if a certain value is something. For example, if a equals 2, we're going to have it print test passed. So if a equals 2, you have to put, if you're doing an if statement, you have to put the equal sign twice. Because if you put it just once, it'll think you're trying to rename the a variable, and you don't put if there, and it'll get confused. So if a equals 2, print. We learned about print in the video I did before. Make sure to have quotes, and then test passed. So what should happen is it should realize that a is 2, so it'll print test passed. Okay, all the technical difficulties have been sorted, and it works. Test pass has been printed. So the if statement is checking if a certain value equals a certain thing. Now, that's pretty cool, but how would this be used? Let's just say someone wanted to, you were asking someone a math problem. How would we do this? So first we would print out the problem. In this case, 2 times 3. And that should print. And it does. And then we look for this specific command, int equals input. And what that allows people to do is it allows people to type stuff. And you see I can type stuff here, and then it would do something. It basically records that information that I typed. You don't have to name it int, but you have to put input and then print statement. Well, not a print statement, but brackets and then quotes, or brackets and then a variable. So let's call it math. Now we can use our if statement to figure out the answer is right. If math equals 6, print correct. Now you will notice that I use brackets, quotes here, or not quotes. Shoot, 1 second. Okay, quotes there, and I can't spell. There we go. So I use quotes here because this does not record it as a number. So if I put like 6 for that, when it prints it out, if I put 6 there, it wouldn't record that 6 as a number, it would record it as a string. And this is not a string, so this would not work if I put like that. So let's try it like that. Stop running. It'll error if you stop running in the middle of it. It doesn't really like that a lot. For some reason, PyCharm doesn't like it if you don't have a new line at the end of the file. So I just put it like that to make it stop complaining. If we run it, it'll say, what is 2 times 3? Your answer here, 6. And this should work, right? No, because this is looking for a string. No, this is looking for an integer, not a string. Now if we turn this into a string, this should work, as you can see there. See, the if statement is very useful and is used very commonly. Now, I'm going to think of a cooler way to use the if statement. Give me a little bit. Okay, I'm back, and I think I figured out a cool way to use the if statement. I just spoiled it. So first we're going to use an imported library. I haven't really told you about these, but basically someone else put a lot of work into making a program that can make a random number in this case, or import random. You basically put import and then the name of the library. And then that person who made the random number generator made it publicly available. And random is a very popular public library. Yeah, I know what it sounds like. So basically what this does is it just generates a random number. Like print random.random. This should print a random number between 1 and 10, as this is the range. And random is just something you have to add after random. And if we send it, we get 2, 8, 9, and 1, which are all different numbers in between 1 and 10. Now, how is this tied to the if statement? Well, let's just say we wanted a random number between 1 and 100. Well, that's easy. Number. Basically, what I'm doing here is I'm naming this a number. I'm naming it number. It's just like a regular variable, just like if 2, except it would not be 2, it would be a random number between 1 and 100. Now, I can print that out if I wanted to. I don't, but just to demonstrate, it prints it out. This time we got 36. Now, if number is greater than or equal to 50, we can make it print bigger than 50. Let's make it higher. Higher than 50. See how it didn't print anything? Well, that's because this doesn't have an argument for if it's lower than 50. Let's make one. We can either do if number is less than or equal to 50, print. We can do that, or we can do else. Now, what did I just do right here? Well, basically, comments are very important. What you do to make a comment is you just put a hashtag symbol, or the pound symbol, and then type any regular words, like, this code does X. Basically that. It's very useful, and you will definitely use it a lot. Now, where I was before. You can either write out this whole statement again, which is useful in certain situations, and I'll explain those in a little bit, or you can put else, which basically means anything, if it does not meet the above requirements, do this. So else, lower than 50. Higher than 50. Lower than 50. Higher than 50. And that's pretty interesting. Now let's also print under it, wait, what did I just do right there? Well, basically, inside of a print statement, you can put multiple different things if you have different variables. So let me show you. Using the comma argument, you can add different things. Let's just say A equals, make sure to add a space there, or else it'll be connected to it. A equals space A. What is A? A is 2. And now this, let me just put a comment next to. Let's just ignore this real quick. I just Control X'd it. A equals, oh, it looks like it automatically puts one there. So you don't have to do that. A is 2. And it will always do that. And then you can add more strings or other variables. Okay, so where we were before. The number is number. We can just sort of copy that to both of these places. So we get higher than 50, the number is 58. So basically the if statement figures out that the number is greater than 50, which is good. But now we can go further on. We can put if statements inside of if statements. Then we can go if number is greater than or equal to, no, wait, I don't know why I did that. Then you could do number is greater than or equal to 25. Put and I can repeat this in both of those areas. Except for this one, I don't want 25, I want 75. And then I can put else. Now, you're probably thinking, wouldn't this else get confused with this else right here? Because they're both below this one right here? Well, no, it depends on the level. Python dictates what it's talking to, or what you're referencing, based on the level. As you can see with these. The semicolon here denotes where there's stuff is inside of this else statement here. And this else statement here only gets activated if this one gets activated. So else for this would be print lower than 75. And because we're doing that, we also have to do it on the other side. Let's try it out. Lower than 50, higher than 25. That means we know it's between 25 and 50. And as you can see, both of the arguments will change from time to time, meaning it is indeed random. That's all I really have to talk about today. Okay, some bonus content. What you're seeing right here is a joke that my friend would make. Basically, whenever I had my face cam camera on and I made a certain reaction, in this case I was excited, he would Photoshop something on there. Now, my challenge to you is to make the funniest Photoshop. Just screenshot it right now and DM me the result. Look in the description. I'll show you some examples right now. Here's some inspiration